Today we're going to be talking about polynomials and their graphs. So first off, a polynomial is going to be an expression where we take powers of x, where every power of x is a whole number that's greater than or equal to 0. Those powers of x we're allowed to multiply by real numbers, and the numbers multiplying are called coefficients. And the degree is going to be the highest power that we see. So if you're multiplying x, we're going to call you a coefficient. The degree is going to be the highest power that we see present. So it is going to be n here. So the degree is going to be a number. So let's take a look at an example or two. So here we have 3 polynomials. Okay. If you take a look at them, each of them has whole number powers only. So we can't see any square roots. We can't see any 1 over x's. And the degree is going to be the biggest power. So we've got x cubed minus x plus 1. Our biggest power is 3. So our degree of p of x is equal to 3. Let's list out the powers that we actually see. So we definitely see this 3 x cubed, but where we have x, that's secretly x to the 1. And when we see constants, we will sometimes write this as x to the 0. So we would say that the powers that we see here are 3, 1, and 0. The biggest of those is 3, and so this is a degree 3 polynomial. We look at q of x, okay? We're taking the biggest of x to the 6th and x to the 4th, so the power is 6 and 4. So our degree is 6. If we look at r of x, so here we have negative 1/9 x plus 3. So we want the biggest of 1 and 0. So the degree here is equal to 1. So nothing's written, but when nothing is written, multiplying as a power of x, it'll be a 1. The leading term of a polynomial is going to be this highest power term and its coefficient. So the leading term of p is x cubed. The leading term of q is x to the 6th. And the leading power of r is negative 1/9 x. All right, great. So one other word that we sometimes use, we'll talk about a leading coefficient, which is going to be coefficient. This is the coefficient of the leading term. So the number out front in the leading term. So in the case of p, it's 1. In the case of q, it's 1 because we have x cubed. The number out front is a 1. X to the 6th, the number out front is a 1. In r, it's negative 1/9. Great. Next, we're going to look at some building block polynomials called the monomials.